The United Nations Development Programme and Stanbic Bank have launched a youth innovation facility that is intended to help young people access cheap credit.
Well, the facility, which will run for 5 years, will help to address unemployment and skills development in Uganda, as Lydia Nabakooza reports.
Over the years, the Ugandan government and other partners have devised measures with intention to address the rising unemployment levels in the country, especially among the young. But questions remain as to why unemployment levels keep rising, even with several intentions from different agencies. According to the Netherlands ambassador to Uganda, Henk-Jan Baker, providing free money and machinery without skills is not enough.
As a government, very careful with giving things to people, to groups. I see it happening a lot. The tractor that is given to a certain group of farmers and it breaks down and nobody has or takes the responsibility, and I think it is a wrong strategy.
Gideon Badagawa, the Executive Director, Private Sector Foundation Uganda, says the missing link is the matching skills with the demands of the demanding labour market.
You must train and retrain these people if they are going to fit in the labour market, and you are not training them to go out of business tomorrow. When we invest, we are investing into the future.
But even with the relevant skills, Lydia Nabakooza, the Presidential Advisor on Youth Affairs, says there is a lot of duplication in youth empowerment programs, which needs to be addressed.
We find private sector is doing this, government is doing that, the NGOs are doing this. You know, we need to put all these efforts in one pool, plan together and engage the young people.
Another thing we have to address as government is to find a way of tailoring our education curriculum to the labor market.
To the young people out there, if you're hard hit by the COVID, how ready are you to just tilt a little bit your business so that you can still be in business? Crying out might not help us, but as the youth docket, we are working round the clock.
If the above is addressed, there is need for cheap finance. The reason, UNDP and Stanbic Bank has launched a $25 million project to support the youth.
We are going to provide funding for young people, particularly startups, up to about $40,000. They would be eligible to apply. We're going to post it on our website as UNDP, Stanbic, also through the Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Trade, and others will have that information.
We will put our resources from the Business Incubator Program, which has been very successful over the last 4 years. We've done this work in the oil and gas sector. The oil and gas sector came and said, we want to employ Ugandans, but we don't have anybody who can meet the standard. We got all Ugandan employers, Ugandan SMEs, and took them through what does it take to produce a good or a service for the oil and gas sector.
But there are terms and conditions to access the funds.
Businesses also create business. So scalability becomes very important. The other thing that we are also going to be looking at is to ensure that that business also creates jobs.
The facility is in the line with the Global 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, an integrated support package intended to act as a catalyst for innovation to enable the youth pilot and transform sustainable enterprise ideas and models with a commercial viability into impact at a scale. Nabakooza, Lydia, NBS, Live at 9.